It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there.
Ow!
Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trailblazers as they go up against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Well, for the Clippers, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. And the Los Angeles Clippers, Kenny, one of the better teams in the league over the past decade. Powerful ownership, bright future as a franchise.
Yes, and bought for a record price at that time. The front office will be willing to spend on staff, scouting, and coaching. You name it. They want to just win.
And, you know, some franchises would have collapsed after losing Chris Paul, but the Clippers can attract talent because the market they're in. You know, Kenny, you live there, I live there, and they have that commitment to winning.
Yes.
And that'll take it up to tip-off. Let's go courtside. Thanks for joining us.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Trailblazers come into town for this one. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. The Clippers hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
And their first 2 games against this club, both being losses. Losing 3 in a row would be a real tough pill to swallow. So I think they'll look to make their stand here tonight.
Yeah, you have to try to find a way to turn the tide in this 4-game season series, and I think it starts with being aggressive from the jump ball.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, undisputedly, Damian Lillard is the leader of this Blazers team. Now, Yusuf Nurkic said, he's the best thing that's happened to me. To have a superstar in this league as a leader, a friend, and a teammate, it makes me better. Kevin?
LDA, you can't get much higher praise than that. Thanks. Now, about midway through the season, a couple teams starting to slide. And they're desperate to turn things around.
But does that mean, Kevin, desperate means you've got to make a bunch of changes? Or do you go back to some of the things that had you in a position where we were talking about you in a positive manner?
Well, you want to remember your mission statement, don't you? You know, what did we begin the season with?
Right. What did we come out of training camp?
Yes.
What was our mantra coming out of training camp? And maybe late November into early December, we won 7 of 10 games. Well, guess what? Break out that film. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's show some of the highlights of what we're capable of doing.
Go back to what we wanted to be.
And then bring it into the next game and show that you're capable of doing it again.
Agreed. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Portland, Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Nurkic is out there with Aminu, and it's Hood in at the 3 side. And it's Lillard missing. Here now, the Clippers. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. And here's Aminu. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And here's the fast break. Gallinari leading the way. No good off the back of the rim. Lillard looking around. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
That's high-level concentration there from Lillard. Stays under control in the face of some pretty good defense.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Nurkic with the steal.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And that one misses.
Well, Doc Rivers might have done his best coaching job last year. You think about how many G League guys came in and started games, and he even talked about it as being a season with a breath of fresh air, with all that newness and the things he had to teach and go back to the drawing board. So a heck of a year for them, and they might have found some gems.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And stolen by Lillard. The finish, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Good hands by Lillard. You cannot get lazy or he'll pick your pocket and go the other way.
Lillard's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. He kicks to Mbah-a-Moute. Shamet, he's guarded by McCollum. Pass to Zubac. Clock at 6. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Lillard. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's his first foul. Shamet, he's guarded by McCollum. The pass to Gallinari. Drains it from beyond the arc. Gallinari's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And that 3 ball from Gallo looks good. Just very impressive form right there.
Lillard left side. The dish to Hood. Misses off the left iron. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A miss that time would have put him up. Portland leading. Hood, the pass to Lillard. Here's Aminu. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Well, there's the combined strength and athleticism of Aminu, able to finish through contact.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Lillard. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And those close-range shots are what you want him taking. They always have a great chance of falling.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Lillard. It's good from about 19 feet. Lillard's got 6. Clippers trail by 3. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Hood for 3. The three-pointer is right on target.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And it's the Clippers ball. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
Yeah, and that led to a few of their key guys spending long stretches of the game on the bench because of foul trouble. Hard to find yourself back in a rhythm when you do that.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Mbah-a-Moute. Gallinari wide open. It's good from long range. Gallinari's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he's really mastered the catch and shoot as defenses try to close out. Hard to guard.
Now, here's Lillard. Defense right on him. McCollum kicks to Cantor. To the inside. And there's Lillard on the assist from Enes Kanter. That's now 8 points for Lillard.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Clippers trail by 5. So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game, because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, that one sticks with you for a little while. They worked so hard to hang in there at the end of that one and force the OT, and then to have it slip away had to hurt.
For the Trailblazers, Zach Collins comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Layman subbed in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Portland on defense. It's a 5-point game. On the wing, Williams, covered by Lillard, and it's sent back by Lillard. Passes it to Lehman. Over Gallinari. That one a little long. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Well, Damian Lillard has never been one to doubt himself, and when he plays, he exudes confidence.
Has a short-term memory, which allows him to keep attacking even after he's missed a few. And that's the mentality you have to have on offense. He might be as good as any other guard in this game.
Here's McCollum. After the basket by Montrezl Harrell, Lehman gets an open look and hits. Lehman's got his first points of the game.
The CJ, such an effective two-guard, not just a shooter and a great shooter at that, but a capable passer when his teammates are open.
Now here's Green, and looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Trailblazers have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Green against Lillard. To the middle. Here's Cantor. Got a hand on it, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Clippers. The Clippers trail. And Beverly kicks to Williams. He nails it, and we're tied up. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
He's such a dynamic scorer, inside, outside. It really doesn't matter. Lou Williams is a huge threat to score, especially coming off the bench.
Now here's McCollum in the game against Toronto. Very impressive.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, for both teams, we're seeing great synergy on offense, but some lackluster defense.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Brent, Lou Williams last season dropping a career-high 50 points on the Golden State Warriors in a regular season game.
Gentlemen,
well, he led the Clippers to that convincing win on the road against the defending champs, and you better believe he saves his best game for the stiffest of competition.
And he makes the first.
Now, what sets Lou Williams apart right now is his confidence. This guy is a gunner who comes in and believes that he's going to score. He often does.
And both free throws good for Lou Williams. For a long time, the answer always seemed to be LeBron James. But it seems fair to ask now, who is the best single player in the NBA, in your opinion?
LeBron James.
Me too.
Didn't you just say his name?
I thought
it was
I
on
did.
my frontal
I was
lobe
thinking
here.
it, and I guess it came out.
And we have so many great superstars, but you know, after last year, his 15th season, LeBron James performing the way that he did, carrying his team back to the finals, there's just no doubt amongst peers, and we get a chance to watch him, Kevin. LeBron James is still the man in the NBA.
Ditto. And here's McCollum. After Lou Williams was able to get the three to go. Collins passes to McCollum, and stolen by Williams. Inside, and it's Green with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. The last season, a strong one for the Portland Trailblazers, actually came out on top of the Northwest Division.
Yep, snuck all the way up to that third seed with the tight grouping in the Western Conference, and 4 teams in the division made the playoffs last year. 5 were in the race. Certainly was one of the toughest divisions in the league, and the Blazers ended up on top.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Ken Bazemore comes in for McCollum, and Curry subbed in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Curry. 9 points last game, just 4 to shoot. Here's Collins, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Well, free throw shooting, such an important part of the NBA game. And as the two-guard position goes, these have been the best in the league over the last 10 games. Lou Williams 4th.
And this is a set of players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact, because if they can get to the bucket and the foul, it's going to be a three-point play the hard way.
And they have no issues with drawing that kind of contact. They're more than willing to put their bodies on the line, because as well as they shoot the free throws, they know these trips to the line will always pay off. Easy too.
Now here's Chandler. No points in the game yet for him. Williams gets the bucket.
Man, the confidence that Sweet Lou is showing right now is tearing him up.
Bazemore finds Curry. Now Cantor. To stop the run. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Curry against Beverly, and Green now top of the key. Back to Beverly. Outside, Green tries it from 19, and Curry pulls it down.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Lehman. He had 10 points in the win against Toronto. Down low, Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
The sheer strength of Cantor really coming through there. Throws it down with intent.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And you look at Cantor's numbers, you would have thought he would have gotten more minutes sprint over the years.
Yeah, kind of interesting that he's averaged a little over 20 minutes a game thus far. And the NBA is now about stretching the floor and matching up against multi-positional players. And maybe that's keeping Ennis from pushing the 30-minute mark.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Bazemore. He's putting up 13 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Finished off the break. Bazemore's got his first bucket in this one.
And not stopping Kent on that play as he gets to the rim and fights through the contact.
LA has gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. Lets it go. And that one misses from Lehman.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another. And you need both elements working together.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Patrick Beverly grew up in the west side of Chicago. He said it was a pretty rough high school to go to, Brent.
John Marshall Metropolitan, and he was the head of a 1-2-2 full court press where he just racked up a bunch of steals. Can you imagine just not getting the ball ever over half court? That's because Patrick Beverly was up there playing defense.
Los Angeles making a switch here. And Baamute's checked in. And Portland with a change here, too. Hood's checked in. Here's Bazemore. 9-point game his last outing. To the inside. And Cantor throws it down.
Fun to watch Kent Bazemore flesh out more of his overall game. Quick at getting passes over to his teammates.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Williams. Dishes to Harrell. On the wing, Chandler. Off target from 3-point range. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Hood comes up empty down low.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
The Clippers have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Two shots.
That's good from Chandler. And Wilson Chandler, during the NBA lockout back in 2011, Brent, decided to keep playing, but it was in China.
Yeah, his deal did not have an out clause, so that's how committed he was to getting himself laced up and on the court. And once the NBA lockout ended, he couldn't just come back and pick up where he left off. He had to stay in China, finish the season, and then return to the Nuggets. Well, with the departure of Chris Paul and the trade of Blake Griffin, the Clippers deciding on a new look and a new direction, the era of Lob City, I think, officially has come to a close.
Shot by Collins, no good. The Clippers in the lead. 18 feet out. Chandler's shot, good.
A reliable shot there from Chandler on the mid-range, adept at cashing in from there.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Portland. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Now, here's Zubac. Back to Ba'amute. On the wing, Chandler. 5 on the clock. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Hood. And the layup is good. Hood's got 5 now.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 32 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
You can't forget about all those well-timed swipes either. His timing on the defensive end was simply sublime.
Zubac, that's good. It's been all about Lou Williams for the LA Clippers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. One of the most lethal scorers in the game, All-Star Damian Lillard, talks about why confidence is big for him.
I like a challenge. I love being here, and I feel like, you know, if I have the confidence in myself that I say I have, then we could bring in some guys that can get better, and we can build something from here on out. Same thing happened with Golden State. You know, nobody talked about Golden State 4 years ago.
And the Blazers, Greg, disappointed with last year's first-round defeat, but they've assembled some nice talent.
And like he said, we've seen teams jump into title contention more quickly than expected in the past.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Yeah, getting an early boost from the bench, that's been the difference here so far.
Take a break.
Well, a good coach always optimizes his rotation, and in the first quarter, he did a great job of that.
Gallinari and Ba'amute are the forwards. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Brent, we're seeing shorter training camps. I don't know if it adds to injuries or takes away from injuries with fresher bodies. What do you think about that whole philosophy?
I believe that the shorter training camp did lead itself and lend itself to more injuries last year. And one of the things that I'm concerned with, Kevin, just on a physiological level for players, is that what they are doing to prepare themselves for the season as an individual player, working on your weaknesses and doing those sort of things, is not the same as getting in a training camp and preparing yourself for your stamina, your endurance, and your wind. And I wonder if there'll be some moves in the next couple seasons about trying to get off the individual training and get back to more of the endurance stamina training so that these little injuries are just not part of a season in the future.
Clippers leading by 3. Pass to Zubac, to the middle. Nurkic with the steal. Curry from deep three-point land. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the right side. Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Zubac has got 6.
All keyed right there from the lead pass, right on the money.
Trailblazers trail by 5. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. First free throw is good. The Blazers known for their explosive offense, but Brent, their defense became one of the stronger in the league.
Yeah, I think that's what propelled them to the 3rd seed, top 5 last season in a lot of defensive metrics. Great rebounders and a good job of challenging shots. They play in a bit of a drop position where they're always protecting the paint and not overextending themselves. It's been successful for the coaching staff.
And both free throws good for Curry.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Thursday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. 14 feet away.
Well, he typically carries such a heavy load on offense. Lillard shows the energy to get it done on defense as well.
Aminu against Mba'amoute. It's Curry outside. Here's Aminu.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good.
Last season, the Blazers were at a bit of a crossroads, wondering if they should start over and make some major changes. Some rumblings at the trade deadline of maybe one of their diminutive guard positions might have been on the move, but they stayed with the group. Terry Stotts did a remarkable job and made some slight changes to the game plan and got them to the 3rd seed.
2 free throws for Aminu.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Gallinari outside. To the paint. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Layman, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. With the core of Lillard and McCollum, not easy to break that up.
Well, as bad as the first round might have been for the Blazers last year in terms of getting swept, it's very unique to have that kind of skill in the backcourt and hard to give up on. It's a team that won 13 straight in 2018, so the talent is there. It's just about the pieces and establishing a new chemistry with those pieces that'll be imperative for the Blazers.
Brent, a major pivot for the Clippers last season, trading away the most important player in franchise history, Blake Griffin.
Well, the front office made mention of sustainability and production over cost, and felt like it was the right time for them to move on. The size of that max contract, the injury risk of Blake Griffin and what's happened and transpired the past couple of seasons convinced them that they might be able to clear that out of the way, get some flexibility, and rebuild the roster in the way that they wanted to moving forward.
And the shot is good.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And here's McCollum for 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
That's a pretty release on the shot by McCollum. Just one of the reasons why he's become so confident from behind the arc.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Lillard. Over in the corner, Mba'amute, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Mba'amute's got 5 points so far. Portland trailing here. Here's McCollum. That shot off, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Mba'amute. 5 to shoot. And there's the pass to Zubac. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. They'll start a 3-game homestand with that game. Here's Aminu. Can't connect from short range.
It looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it to Mba'amute. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 14 feet away and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead, and so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Passes it to Layman. He dishes it to Nurkic. Shoots over Zubac. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Excellent job by Nurkic to go right into the defense and get hit. Then he buries the shot.
And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Williams. Again, the Clippers.
Pretty good mid-range player there. The touch from Lou Williams, especially on those kind of jumpers, that one's on the money.
Beverly against Lillard. He kicks it to Nurkic. A 3 from McCollum. Great D that time from Green. Los Angeles leading by 3. Gallinari outside. Williams with the ball. 14 points for him. 6 to shoot. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the layup. Williams has got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles. Portland's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Portland moving the ball around. And the basket by McCollum.
Lots of ways that CJ can burn you right there. Super effective on the inside.
Williams against McCollum. To the inside. Green. Pass to Beverly. And here is Williams. Over in the corner, Green. Good. And a nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, because he scores so often, Williams draws defensive attention. Coaches change some coverages, which in turn open up some passing opportunities.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Gallinari. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Collins comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Cantor in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard outside. The pass to Layman. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Beverly.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's McCollum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Well, CJ, one of those exemplary players that stayed all 4 years at Lehigh and then came into the league very, very polished and very ready for everything that the league was going to throw at him. Not just the defenses on the court, but the NBA lifestyle in general. And he learned to be a great leader here in Portland alongside Damian Lillard.
The throw good, McCollum. And for McCollum, rare does someone who stayed all 4 years end up being such a star at the NBA level.
Well, McCollum's done just such a great job of improving his game even after coming into the league so polished, and how fortunate for Portland in the wake of losing one of their all-time greats in LaMarcus Aldridge to fill some of that scoring gap with a talented player like C.J. McCollum.
McCollum, one of the best shooters in the NBA. Any range, Brett, any shot, he can knock it down.
Yeah, a little bit of a down year in 18 for Lillard, but the way that he can score and the efficiency with which he can score is just remarkable. I really like to watch the pace he plays with, Kevin. I mean, he finds spots on the floor to get to and has that length and kind of never sped up sort of mentality on the offensive end. Becomes very, very dangerous.
And Portland has possession after the Clippers pick up 2. Nailed from three-point land.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Williams kicks to Green. Left side, Chandler. Fades and shoots. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And usually that mid-range jumper finds the bottom of the net. The defense has to be more aggressive moving forward.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard the pass to Collins. Over Harrell. Shot by Collins, no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. Williams finds Green. Down low. And it's Harrell at the elbow. Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Yep, that one goes. McCollum's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, CJ, as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much done. Aggressive right there in transition.
Here's Chandler, and Wilson Chandler with the slam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other. Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Obviously, Damian Lillard is the type of player who can carry an offense, the ball in his hands at all times, and he can pick and choose where it is that he wants to spot up on the floor, manipulate a pick and roll, and just start to get devastating in terms of getting to the rim and mixing up some coverages for the defense.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Portland. Right now they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And of course the Clippers. Right now they're 5 spots below them.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought. they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
And with Lillard, as you said, almost 20 shots a game for him the past few seasons.
Well, that's near the top of the list amongst point guards and usage rate, but I don't think Damian Lillard minds it all that much. A lot of his shots are three-pointers, and a lot of those threes are pretty deep, Kevin. You couple that shooting ability with the ability he has to create, and the offense starts to find its way into a good rhythm.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Rodney Hood's checked in for Jake Layman, and it's Kent Bazemore in for Damian Lillard. From deep three-point range, and it's Beverly missing.
And, well, when you let the shot clock run down that far, that's the kind of shot you're going to end up with.
Beverly against Bazemore. Pass to Canner. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Cantor's got 8.
Long arms and solid athleticism. Cantor with good physical tools to score in traffic.
Los Angeles has gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. And Beverly kicks to Williams. There's 1:38 left to play here in the half. Back to Beverly. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hood. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And for the game with the Mavericks, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Now he's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands and the strength to create space.
And Portland making a change here. Curry's checked in. And you talk about Cantor's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long we may see him add a three-point shot to his repertoire.
Now here's Harrell. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And Williams, here we go. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
The Clippers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Green. The Clippers last season really proving the value of the new two-way contracts. G League players who could step up and play a lot of time with the parent club.
I mean, the Agua Caliente, that's the name of their G League squad, was huge last year as the Clippers pretty much became the lab rats for how these two-way contracts were going to work, how you move players up and down between the rosters. And Doc found some real winners last year that came in and started a ton of games for Doc Rivers, and their contributions almost got them to the playoffs.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Jermichael Green, and Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And so Hood will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Curry passes to Cantor. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Cantor's got 7 points here in this quarter.
The number of go-to moves and a soft touch. Cantor can crush you inside.
Bazemore against Williams. 12 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 14 feet away. No good on the shot. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. He totaled 14.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete. You know, keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. C.J. McCollum was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points, 3 steals, and 1 assist. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Clippers trail by 3. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Seth Curry is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Aminu in at the 4 slot. Shamet. He's guarded by McCollum. The Clippers need to get off a shot. No good from Zubac.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Curry looking around. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight, and Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. They get a hand on it. LA's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Pass to Zubac. Sinks that one from the post. Zubac has got his team on the board first here in the second half for Los Angeles. Now here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Here's Nurkic. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, D.A. Thanks. For Portland, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Shamet, he's guarded by McCollum. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside. Zubac, that's good. Zubac has got 10.
they didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Here's McCollum. A second chance effort. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Aminu.
Well, a huge mistake not to block out Aminu. He loves to generate offense off the glass. We saw it there.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And take a look at the history of the Portland Trailblazers, and part of the NBA since 1970. And the phrase Rip City, which has stuck with the team ever since winning that title back in 1977.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month. The Trailblazers third.
They have gone all out to win the rebounding battle every night, and it's been paying off. I mean, the second chance points thus far have been really impressive.
And for the Blazers, a lot of ups and downs with their history.
A lot of wins, but the franchise has been a bit cursed with some major injuries in the last 15 years. You think of guys like Greg Oden, the first pick in the draft, Bill Walton back in the 70s, and the ankle injuries that he had to deal with. That young team felt like they were going to run the West for quite some time, and those injuries really hurt and devastated the fan base in Portland.
And the basket by Lillard.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
Gallinari outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for him.
And they ran that pick and roll extremely precise. The result was a good look for Gallinari.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, he's had ankle troubles and knee surgeries. Last season, a gluteal tear. And over the course of his career, injuries seem to be more of a part of what Danilo Gallinari's story is about in the NBA. Hopefully he'll find some health this year.
And let's check out some stats for Mbamute. His last 10 games, he's right around 9 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
And Gallinari an efficient score if he can just, Brent, stay healthy.
Yeah, the optimism seems to be waning with regards to that. Over his 10-year career, he's played about half of the games, and you're paying him a pretty good sum of money. That's a tough pill to swallow if you're an owner, but as a fan, you root for him to be out there and have some success.
Shamet covered by Lillard. Pass to Zubac, 14 feet away. That's good on the jump shot. Zubac has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Kicks it to Gallinari. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. Wide open look. And Mbamute can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Hood drives in. He can't get that one. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. To the middle. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that bucket. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
McCollum finds Hood. Aminu against Mbamute. McCollum passes to Lillard. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, he's a score-first kind of guy, Lillard. You want to construct your defense to try and swarm him to contain him when he has the ball.
Gallinari outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Gallo's so smart on the inside with his array of fakes and moves. He's always a threat to draw fouls on shot attempts like that.
It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Collins checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Enes Kanter comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Layman, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. And it's Kent Bazemore in for C.J. McCollum. He hits the second from the line. And here are the Trailblazers now. They lead by 1. And Lillard kicks to Layman. The pass to Kanter. Clock at 6. Over Gallinari. Bank shot. No good. Stolen by Kanter. Collins up top. Portland moving the ball around. Lobs it up for Kanter. Blows the alley-oop jam. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. And Kanter throws it down.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside Williams. Back to Gallinari. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot. Gallinari's got 12 in the game.
The defense looked lost there. Get out your compass. No excuses. You got to guard the perimeter. Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trailblazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense now in his 7th year with the Blazers. They've had a lot of success under Coach Stotts.
Tipped away and stolen by Bazemore. Good on the bucket. And now a 4-point Portland lead.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Williams dishes to Harrell. On the wing, Green. He's covered by Kanter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beverly. And it's off the back rim. No good. Trailblazers leading by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop. And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
LA's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Williams finds Harrell. Back to Williams. It's deflected. Now Collins. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
And you just can't give Bazemore those shots because he's going to burn you more times than not.
Now here's Beverly. Passes it to Williams. Inside. Here's Harrell. And the layup's good off the glass. He has 6.
Terrific effort from him really all night. Yet despite his supreme marksmanship, they're still operating at a deficit.
And Bazemore kicks to Collins. Pass to Kanter. Bazemore for 3. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 4th rebound in this one. Beverly the pass to Williams. Back to Beverly. On the wing, Williams fires for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. To the middle. Shot by Collins, no good.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
Sometimes the easy play is the right play. You take a chance when you go for that big finish.
Beverly finds Williams. Now here's Harrell. 6 to shoot. And the layup is good. Now just a 4-point Portland lead.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
And finished off by Collins.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Beverly kicks to Williams. Gallinari surveying the D. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Lehman, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. At this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and back court for Los Angeles.
And their guards are taking on the majority of the passing and assisting for the team, just as you might expect. The bigs doing their part by getting to good spots inside and making themselves available.
First one falls for him. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Jermichael Green. Chandler comes in for Gallinari. Garrett Temple has checked in for Patrick Beverly. And Rodney Magruder's subbed in for Williams. Harkless is checked in for Portland. Seth Curry comes in for Lillard. And so he makes both from the line. Clippers trail by 8. And Temple kicks to Zubac. Here's Magruder, guarded by Curry. Five to shoot. Pass to Harrell. From deep. The Clippers keep it alive. Zubac, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. He misses the free throw for the Clippers. Robinson comes in for Garrett Temple. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Rodney Magruder. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Lehman. Labissiere comes in for Cantor. Al Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Curry. Good on the second free throw. .58 seconds left to play here in the third. Robinson against Bazemore. There's the pass to Aminu. He's looking for McCollum and finds him. And the rejection by Zubac. Portland again missing. Clippers trail by 7.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
Working the clock is one element, but you also want to get as good a shot as you can.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by McCollum. 4 on the shot clock. Harrell. Portland grabs the miss. Labissiere, the pass to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
One thing you notice about Leonard, he shouldn't be just a good outside shooter. He has the wingspan and verticality to be a factor at the rim.
Here's Harrell. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
We're getting stops after that start. We've been getting stops, all right? Play with confidence like David said. Be strong with the ball and be ready to make plays.
Urging his team to stay after it, Greg, on defense.
And that's how they're going to win this game, with confidence and assertiveness on D.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Chandler finds Zubac. Second shot opportunity. It's stolen by Aminu. Hood against Harrell. Not going to go that time.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to find Chandler. He's got it now. Over Hood. Chandler, no good. Trailblazers leading by 11. Hood dishes to Aminu. Shot on the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. He just can't buy a bucket right now.
And he gets the bucket.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
And so Hood will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's McCollum. That shot off. Nice D from Chandler.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He feeds it to Harrell. Back to Chandler. Passes to Harrell. It's stolen by Aminu. And stolen by Harrell. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Bahamute's checked in for the Clippers. Lillard's checked in for Portland. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now the dish to Chandler. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Zubac. And the Clippers miss again. Portland leading by 9. And here's Hood. Dishes to Nurkic. Shoots over Zubac. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
And Nurkic testing his luck from the mid-range.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Zubac. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by McCollum. Fires high post. And the shot is long. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Hood for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 11 rebounds in the game. Shamet. They get the rebound. Count the basket.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
You saw it by that putback there. He's just completely locked in. They're getting full contributions from him right now.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Clippers trail by 11. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Shamet. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Trailblazers leading by 9. Lillard, the pass to Aminu. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
Close to the rim and having an intent to score. That's an assertive play from Rodney Hood.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the pass to Mbamute. Chandler kicks to Zubac. Tipped away and stolen by Hood. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Gallinari's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Clippers trail by 11. And it's Gallinari missing.
And you can see at this stage of his career, just still not comfortable as a finisher at the basket.
And the shot goes in.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Kanter. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. It's good. 11 points for Rodney Hood.
Yeah, Hood hustling and running the floor so well in transition.
Los Angeles has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Down low. Here's Gallinari, and he banks in the layup.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Lillard with it. Kanter finds Hood. Now Lillard. Gallinari covering. Lillard, the pass to Hood. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Hood's got 8 points in the quarter.
It's a way to be ready offensively for the pass. It's pretty clear that Rodney was ready to shoot it once he caught it.
Pass to Gallinari. Over Hood. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Now the Clippers moving it up. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball. It's deflected.
That's good footwork from the big man as Kanter aware defensively to get to that one.
Hood can't get it to go.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Nurkic kicks to Kanter. And there's a whistle that goes on Luke Mbamute. That's foul number 2 for him. Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Nurkic finds Hood. There's the 3. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Mbamute with the steal. Here's Gallinari. And no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
This is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Lou Williams.
He's just a hard guy not to foul. C.J. McCollum is so versatile as a scorer, you never know which move he's going to go to.
shots.
That free throw missing.
And a little strange for such an exceptional outside shooter. McCollum has been just okay at the free throw line in his young career. That will improve.
And he sinks the second. You look around the NBA, amazing players, global interest, franchise values are going through the roof. Do you feel like the league is entering a golden age, if it's not already in a golden age?
I think it is, Kevin, at least offensively. What we've seen over the last 5 years with the adoption of most of the teams of the three-point shot, it's been some of the greatest offensive basketball the league has ever seen. And this idea that the evolution of the game stopped when it is at number 23 retired is kind of silly. I love where the game is at. I love where it's going. And I'm excited to be here tonight to watch this action with you.
Which number 23? We've got two pretty prominent number 23s in the history of this game.
I was thinking the
most
one
recent
I played
23?
against. Yeah,
oh,
that
that
guy.
23.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
2 shots.
And without a doubt, Rodney Hood is at his best when he's being aggressive. Doesn't settle for shots, and he looks to create and finish around the rim. Sometimes he can serve as a playmaker. That happened a lot when he was with the Utah Jazz under Quinn Snyder.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. You know, Hood can fall into settling for mid-range shots at times, Brent, but that isn't when he's his most effective.
No, a lot of players fall into playing passively, and Rodney Hood is sometimes guilty of that. The trick is finding ways to try to keep him aggressive, make sure that he's impacting the game in ways that his skill set can draw it out.
Both free throws good from Hood. And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because, Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player a lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract this team gave him might be a bit of a gamble, but it's one that could pay off in a huge way if he keeps improving.
McCollum outside. He kicks it to Lillard. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hood. From about 16. Misses off the left iron. Clippers trail by 11. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Zubac. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Zubac has got 4 this quarter. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Enes Kanter.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Kicks it to Gallinari. And the 3 off target. Portland leading by 9. Outside Hood.
You got to be careful with Rodney Hood. You love to watch him work the defense over, get inside and draw fouls like that.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2. 2 shots.
And free throw good from Hood.
One of the big calling cards for Rodney Hood and why he can compete at this level is his athleticism. So as long as he believes in that, he can continue to make contributions to any team.
So he gets them both. Clippers trail by 11. Inside, here's Gallinari. Portland grabs the miss. Hood deciding where to go with it. It's tipped. Gallinari with the steal. 17-foot shot on the way. And Bahamute the pass to Gallinari. Got it. Good job in the low post. Gallinari's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Not only is Gallo on a roll, but now he's getting clean looks.
And Lillard kicks to Hood. From the baseline. Chalk up 2 there. Hood's got 19 points. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Gallinari outside. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Hood. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. 11-point game. Here's the pass to McCollum. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Hood. And he's good on the second. And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 12. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Hood's checked in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari attacking. The shot's good. Gallinari's got 21 in the game.
As soon as Gallinari saw the lane open up, he took it right at the defense and finishes off in style.
Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Trailblazers.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Enes Kanter.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and a wrecking ball on both ends.
Good. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. 10-point lead. Lillard finds Aminu. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Clippers with the ball. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shamet, and he's good on the 3-ball. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And Baamute against Hood. Back to McCollum. Lillard way outside. It falls.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Now, the team came in fired up from the opening tip. You can see the focus. They're ready to do battle.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. Do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.